So I just had a mind-blowing discussion with a neighbor from the neighborhood of North Canada, and we were just talking about the topic of gender identity. Um, I just kind of asked him like, what's his explanation? Just pretty vague, and he told me that we both believe um, we've lived several lifetimes and that we remember the lifetimes that we lived. That's who uh, he and I, are. And there are others like us who believe, yeah, in past lives and, reincarnation, whatever. There are people who don't, but just to give you a context of our conversation, this is the players involved. And so I asked him just kind of, how do you explain this? Because he's somebody who actually has like special gifts, like abilities. Like, so what he told me, these souls today that are in the forefront of the gender identity like voice, who are going through it right now and being opposed by the souls who have been here. And when he says here, like in this physical time that these souls are finding themselves born into, have, in that time ahead of them, either completely just chose to forget those past lives or lost those memories or never retained those memories for whatever reason. They're not wrong. There are only two genders. There's only man and woman. But what's going on here is not that. These souls have been born and are remembering multiple lives simultaneously and coming to terms or trying to come to terms with the vessel that they're in now, that they were now born into. Okay? And that's it. Like, if they, just feel like they are not identifying as the gender they were born into in this current vessel, then they are essentially remembering and clinging on to the memory of the previous life, possibly previous lives, where who knows? There's also infinite possibilities. I didn't have time to go deeper into that part of the conversation. I can't wait to do so, but like, that just blew me away. And so he just, ended that explanation with just, the best advice to parents is just try to be there for them and get them to understand that this is a new chance, okay? And whatever happened in that lifetime, whatever they're clinging on to, like, we'll figure it out together. But this is where we as souls, just constantly regenerating, have the choice to say, this is a new life. Like, I learned all that I can remember from playing the last level that I just couldn't pass, I guess, So if I can put my own twist on the explanation, it's just like, yeah, it's just playing like Super Mario Brothers, and you just, okay, I'm gonna start over. You just, fall down the thing, or you just let the turtle like hit you or something, and you start the level over. And let's start that over. No. And hopefully make it through. But that's the thing. It's not always just popping another quarter and everything's exactly the way it is. You forget that it's not the same arcade. Like, I don't know. I just think that when we lose souls so unexpectedly, or just like too early, especially children born with, just like cancer and just so many conditions that no one, let alone a child, should just start like this level, but it's not about, it's man, woman, that's it. Or no, it's man, woman, this and this. No, it's man and woman, and this is what it is. It's just, which one are you remembering, or what are you remembering? So I don't know. I'm not telling you like stop or start doing something differently than what you are, but to parents who have children who are probably like now worried that a college education savings, I don't know. Are parents like now starting like a possible gender reassignment, like surgery for kids, like in the future? Is that gonna be like a norm in parenting? Like, yes, we got the savings fund for that possible moment, and if that doesn't work, then yeah, we got an extra college fund. Like, I don't know, I just think about the blueprint for parenting that I always have observed and been surrounded by and grew up in. Like, how's that going to change? But if I can just help try to just bridge that argument, because these are children. For the adults who are going through this, I don't know. I don't know if that explanation is the same. He told me that's based on the individual. There are people who are going to take advantage of this for whatever reason, or will use this as just like a cheat code to just start this new vessel over. Whatever reason is to their own. Neither is good or bad. It's just You got to ask the individual on that way. You can't try to put it in modern human understanding language to try to fix this. And so, yeah, I don't know. I was blown away. Like, it's like that makes like total sense. And yeah, if that's it, just be there for your kids and just work these things out. Don't try to divert it every time. We look at the Crumblies and the images that Ethan had. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I've seen comments where it's just like, this sick, like, who thinks of this? It's just like, there were actual images of like these moments in history that we were never shown, or at least I wasn't shown, about the consequences of slavery and that. And I'm so grateful that I wasn't. But to think that this boy in high school for some uncontrollable reason was having these images and expressing that I can't make this stop in whatever thing through social media, and nobody was there for him. For somebody like me, I'm just... But then we saw a huge change where parents were now being held accountable, which I thought was like amazing. I'm not a parent, so I had like no like extra fear put on this. But you know, again, to me, a good parent is just somebody who is just there for the children, their children, and the children. A good adult is somebody who is truly there for the children, to be there for the children, not to like... There's so many of the apples among us who have just... We've just continued to let their seed and falla like rot the bunch every time. Every time the new harvest comes down and a new one of these pops up amongst the group, it just... Ugh. Which is why I think I'm switching to oranges. But like I said, I see so many divides, and I hope that this video helps connect rather than disconnect in just a vague term. So that's just my intent. And yeah, there's plenty of ways I can make that just successful. So thanks for watching, and hope that helps. But yeah, you know, think about that. Tell me what you think. And let me know if there's anything you would like me to ask this guy in our next conversation, or at least my next conversation with him. But if you do like this video, please let me know, because then I will continue just sharing these bits of information. But this was just one that I just couldn't let go. So this is just kind of a test on what I can do to just be there for you guys as a neighbor. You know, because that's what we are. We're all neighbors. You know, I'm using Mr. Rogers' neighborhood, but you know, if you don't know that, you probably know Sesame Street. You know, same station. So I mean, there's so many ways to look at our own identity and find one where we are connected to everybody, then only feel that we have to choose between the ones that are presented to us, like our national identity or our racial, you know, it's just, these are all choices to be, I go like chooses your own identity. I don't choose any of that. Like the identity I choose for myself is I am God, because God is love and I am love. Therefore I am God. That's one identity. I am dumb. All the literature I have ever read throughout school and all that stuff, pretty much in my adult, I'm getting better, but they're all books specifically written for idiots and dummies. So yes, I'm God, I'm dumb, and I am a neighbor of Mr. Rogers. And therefore, if somebody else can say, oh yeah, I know Mr. Rogers, then right there, we're neighbors. And so, yeah, I think there are a lot of people who believe in God. There are a lot of people who are dumb. And there are a lot of people who are fans of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. So those are my 3 connection identities. Do you have any? I hope so. And if you can, share them, because I think that would be great for everybody in the neighborhood just to know about us. So till next one, yeah, just stay safe and just stay you. Don't lose yourself in all this yakety yak going on. Just don't talk back.